time to people we love.
Yeah, it's true.
We don't give enough time. We give time, but not enough.
Yeah.
So that's, if I could sum it up in one word, it would be that. You know?
Yeah,
But I mean, all the other stuff
Yeah,
is kind of
No,
obvious.
that's-
I think
well,
as
it's
well.
relevant to where you're at and what you lived through and what you
I
experienced.
think as well talking.
Yeah.
You know, talking. Because
She
young,
never
young
shuts up.
kids are so young kids are so much into their
Yeah.
computers, technology.
Sure.
So it's hard to get time even when you're away because tablets come
Yeah.
with you and all these
Yeah.
different
The cam
gadgets they
generation.
have.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
hard even when you're away on holidays to get
It's
away
true, right?
from all those things.
Yeah.
So to talk,
You see
I
that
think
it's
as
a really
well,
new
because-
phenomenon, huh? The technology and how it
Yeah.
affects people.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And it eats that time away.
it eats that time away, and you got to draw a line for it. You
Yeah.
got to help the kids by drawing the line,
Yeah.
so they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you go on holidays and
Oh, yeah.
you can't say to them no phones or no tablets, no laptops. You can't say you're not
They'd leave
bringing
us if
any
we
of
told them
those,
that.
Yeah.
So and if you go somewhere where you don't have any of that and no television, you sit down and talk and it's great fun,
It's good fun.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than
And they're curmudgeon on the way, but then once they're there, everyone's
that's
all
it.
good, right?
Yeah, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Go
How old
somewhere.
are your children?
Oh,
15
Yep.
and 22.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
yes.
So they're not really children. They're kind of teenagers, but they're still us. They're
Well, the
still
22-year-old
Yeah,
mentally is
children.
younger than the 15. And he acts younger anyway.
He acts like a 12-year-old. The 15-year-old is like the older brother.
Sure.
It is.
He's the wise one. Huh?
Yeah.
But mind you, he's in charge for the weekend, so God knows what we're going to face when we go home. We're going to
Free house,
Party at the house.
Yeah.
We have all the alcohol marks.
all did it.
Oh, yeah.
Markers on
Filled
the
up with
bottle.
apple juice.
Yeah. We all did
Chicken
it,
all
yeah.
those.
We all did it. Yeah.
Because we've never left them. We've never left them on their own. 22. Oh my God.
Imagine, yeah.
We've never left them and come away on our own.
Good for you.
Without them coming with us. It's
Yeah,
their
well, good
first
for you,
time.
man.
And they
you
just
know?
wouldn't, they just got to the stage where they just wouldn't come, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't go then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You made
yeah.
too much of a grief to force them to come with you,
Yeah.
you know.
So,
It's strange.
hope that helps you a bit,
Oh,
maybe,
thanks,
Richard.
guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nice to hear
Is
you.
it a master's
take
or
your
something
picture?
you're doing?
Can of
Yeah,
course.
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
appreciate that,
Can of course.
Yeah, a master's in mental health counseling. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
brilliant.
Thank you.
Well,
More than welcome.
you've probably come to the best country in the world wherein we don't talk about mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're learning that really quickly.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't talk
So-
about it here.
Certain
Yeah.
parts of
Yeah.
now there'll be certain in the west of Ireland. A friend of mine lived in County Clare, and not like in Ennis or maybe the cities like that. Julie,
Outside,
she
yeah.
lived in the boundaries. And going back a couple of years ago, when she had depression, she was saying that I remember saying to her, "Did you not go and look for help when you were there?" Because they lived there for years.
Yeah.
They eventually went back to Waterford. Her parents were
Yeah.
getting old and needed care, and they moved back here. I remember saying to her, "Did you not go and get help when you were in Clare?" She said, "God, you couldn't talk about that. You couldn't talk about it."
Yeah.
to
We
me."
just talked to
I was
women.
shocked, and this is going back maybe about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like here, where we're from anyway, talk about mental health, no
You do.
problem.
It's a different story, eh?
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
I talked to a woman yesterday,
But I think
Letterkenny.
Claire, to be fair, to disagree with you, to be fair, there is still, certainly my generation, I'm
Yeah.
53 this year,
Yeah, yeah.
No older generation.
and
Yeah.
it's still, like I know, it's still regarded.
Yeah.
Like I mean, my parents, if somebody was suffering from depression, they'd say, Johnny sure he has these moods or whatever.
Yeah.
No one would ever
Yeah.
say really,
Yeah.
this is the guy
What
who's
it
suffering.
is,
He's actually sick.
Clinical depression.
It wasn't
or
sickness.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah,
regarded
whatever,
as you weren't regarded as being sick. You know,
bipolar.
it was he was a bit odd, or you know.
Yeah.
Is it same for? I talked to a woman yesterday, and she was saying that for anybody that she knows, if you do have depression or something of that nature, you go to your pediatrician or your doctor or whomever, and
Yeah.
they write you a script,
Tell-
or that maybe they'll send you, but they're not. You always go to the doctor. It's not like you'd call a mental health counselor because you have
No.
to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not something
A
And
your
lot
where
of
insurance
people,
would
where
cover.
people have to see a mental health counsellor, it's generally following a really bad episode, like a referral from a
A
GP.
GP. You go
Yeah.
to your GP,
Yeah.
and your GP
And maybe-
refers you then to a psychiatrist,
Yeah.
psychologist,
Or
whatever
maybe
is
even,
the-
but in terms
you
of
know.
a mental health counsellor, like, you know, you consider that sometimes people are only referred to that after they've had maybe a stay in a psychiatric ward of a hospital.
So
Only
it's-
afterwards, like,
Yeah.
you know.
So So I think where we're from, I mean, it's still stigmatized. It
Oh,
depends on
yeah,
where you're at,
yeah.
but in some situations, people are becoming more kind of open to the idea of it.
Yeah.
Something that's just important to take care of in general, as far as your health. And you
Yeah,
go to a counselor because you don't feel great, then you help. Somebody helps talk you through it, or
There is the other side as well then. The second person you meet tells you they're suffering from stress,
yeah.
which is
Yeah.
a bit of a wonder,
That
I
is,
think. And maybe, you know,
Stress lead on
you
to
kind of would
depression.
wonder, everyone
Yeah.
really suffering from you know.
Yeah,
But then again, people can get out and do things like this.
Well, what does this make you do?
Yeah.
It makes you feel great, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you have depression, you know, like my
You
mother's
don't
quite
know.
old, and I think a lot of older people say, "Oh, pull yourself together."
Yeah.
That's a real
Top on.
Irish. That's a real Irish saying. You know, pull yourself together. You know, like what person that's depressed can pull themselves together?
They can't do it. You can't do it.
You say, "Oh, just can't you get up out of bed and go?" And you can't. You know, you can't do it. It's so like if they could do it, they'd be here.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
they could
I
do
don't think
it.
anyone wants to be depressed.
No.
It's not.
No.
It's not a choice.
No, no, absolutely not.
It's like
No.
actually,
Absolutely not.
it's like the world phenomenon that we're all facing, all these suicide bombers. Like the word, attaching the word suicide to them, I feel a bit uncomfortable with it because I've known people who've committed suicide and they were sick, they were depressed.
I
Those
understand
guys,
what
those
you're
guys
saying.
are not.
Yeah.
They're not. They're
They're
maybe
doing it
sick
for
in
a
another
different
way,
reason,
but
yeah.
they're not.
It's been done for
They're not
different
committing suicide.
Yeah.
Like, you know, someone who commits suicide,
is depressed.
is
and
depressed.
Sad and
Yeah.
hurt.
they want to end it all. They feel
they're feeling pain.
in their mind
It's
maybe
not
they
just-
feel a
yeah,
release.
you're right. That's a different thing. That's
Yeah.
like
It is.
somebody claiming that they're
Like
going to
these
be.
guys,
They're going to go to the heavens of all
Heavens,
heaven.
yeah.
come
That's
on.
a different thing.
Yeah.
I
Completely,
appreciate your
Like, I-
perspective. there.
completely.
yeah, and it's the wrong term. It's not. It's not a great terminology. I don't think I can't think of anything else you'd call them. Suicide bombers. I mean,
How long are you
they're
here
bombers. They're killers.
Until what, Saturday?
for? Saturday. And are you
Right,
staying
let's see.
in Donegal or have you travelled around?
We started in Shannon and drove up.
Oh, you came up the coast?
Yeah, we came up
Brilliant.
the coast. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was great.
Yeah,
Staying in Rathmullen for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've been poking around Donegal for a
Yeah.
few days, and a bunch of us are going to different places because we have different projects and things we're trying to
This
do.
is
Lovely.
this is less
Lovely.
commercialised up here than
Oh, is it?
the further south. You know, County Clare with the Cliffs of Moher and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's very
commercial.
touristy. Whereas up here, it's touristy because there's not much other industry.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's less spoilt. Like
Yeah.
you know.
It feels that way. I mean,
Yeah.
this is,
Beautiful.
we drove over here. We're like, whoa.
The drive is just, yeah. And you keep saying to him, "Oh, look, isn't that beautiful? I can't look on drive."
Yeah, I'm
It's
trying to
like,
drive here.
roads are so you don't look. Watch your road.
Yeah. If I look, we're out of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Lovely to meet you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cheers.
Yeah.
Thanks a
Terry
lot.
is the name.
Ben, nice to
Ben,
meet you.
nice to
Terry.
meet you,
Yeah,
Ben. I hope
cheers.
everything goes well with your
Enjoy
work.
Enjoy the rest of your
Nice to
holiday.
meet you.
Claire.
Lindsay, nice to meet you.
Z,
Lindsay.
Lindsay, take care. All right.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
There is, yeah.
Vermont.
Nice to meet
He
you.
looks like one of them ex guys from extras from
real
Game
Irish.
of Thrones.
Yeah, doesn't he? Though?
Yeah, you look real Irish.
Get him a real kind of regal kind of fur or some shit.
Vermont has some Irish roots, but there's a point when you first.
We get around.
Yeah.
We do us Irish, as small as we are.
Usually the English brought you, but
Yeah, but that was cheap passage.
All right,
Hey, take care.
Okay.
Yeah, mind yourself.
Bye.